the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Chigoziem Okonkwo. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Chiefs and the Packers on Sunday night.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions. Touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. Fighting through, and he's got space. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Tyler Algier, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. They drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. Got his man, Okonkwo. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 24 carries, 137 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the set yet that ever admits to worried about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and it's the first as well. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Touchdown! Cooper.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah.
It's week 13 of the...
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in week 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able. quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Fights loose. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Drive there, just 4 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On 1st and 10, Herbert flushed out right. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The Chiefs had 7-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week: 24 carries, 137 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will.
Starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first and 10, it's Algier. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He completes it to Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Herbert on 1st down now. This is caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Wk13, 26 yards, and the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this taken in by Downs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Short throw, it's Higbee. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Shoves him away. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Garoppolo on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Algier going straight ahead. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Garoppolo. To the sideline and incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Caught, it's Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This ball deep for Tony. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, 42 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
On the counter, here's Algier. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. A Cockrell holds it in left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Play action. It's Herbert. That is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over here near the 40. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Here we go.
Yeah, and how many times you say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give to Algier from the shotgun. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we have reached halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action, set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw here hauled in by Cup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and he picked up the first down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. On play action, now Garoppolo. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Well, it's a Packers touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Herbert on first down now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That complete to Downs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Garoppolo. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Harris running straight ahead. And maybe a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Algier now up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo now. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. KC's offense ready to take over. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. What a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action, Garoppolo.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo. That's swung out wide to Harris. this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. McManus's point after was good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And they're able to swarm in behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Algier gets the toss right.
Yeah, not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safety.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked by Kevin Byard. else than football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this taken in by Downs. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Packers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So the Chiefs now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's that's taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now 1st and goal. Now Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. Now, let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Here's 1st and 10. desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.